Greetings. Elder Black Light one more time. Now, we're talking about cooperation, but we also putting you on the defense. All these mass shootings popping up just before 2020 election time. So they're going to vote for the first phases of taking the guns away from the citizens. And taking it out the hands of the citizens, the law-abiding citizens. You know you're abiding by a corrupt law, though, and putting it in the hands of the gangs and the police and the army. You're going to be defenseless. Also, the Constitution been suspended a long time ago, see. But the people, the average black man and black woman, they're not responding to none of the corruption that's being blatantly displayed. Corruption in the court system, corruption in the political system, corruption in the political system, corruption in the religious system. What do I mean by that? The homosexuality, the Catholic Church. Every other year you find out that they are pedophiles. The fathers and the nuns are pedophiles or whatever. And homosexuality even in the black church. People don't talk about that. They don't want to talk about nothing but what kind of pants Jay-Z is wearing or what he's doing. People in entertainment, they done sold out because they used to making that money or used to having the spotlight, and they're married to the system. When I was in entertainment, I started when I was very young. When I was 12 years old, I had my own band, made my first money. I'm not gonna go in there because I don't have too much time, but people got killed back then in the 60s and 50s. They was getting knocked off because the gangsters run the music business, the Jews and the Italians. So in Detroit, I'm gonna focus on Detroit. We had one great leader, which was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and right when he died, his son took over and messed the whole thing up. That's been 40 years ago, and the brothers haven't adjusted to it since. All that $60 million, there hasn't been no one to take them back to that place, of $60 million. And Farrakhan, when he had all that money running through his hands at the Million Man March, what Gaddafi gave to him, he don't have nothing to show for it. We don't have the black hospitals that Elijah had on the drawing boards. All the farms are gone. Trucks, boats, airplanes. He didn't get them back. So he was just a charismatic leader, still is. And the people, they like showmanship. And so You don't want to choose no more charismatic leaders. You don't want to choose no guys that can talk real good. You know, you want to choose strategists, and then you don't want to have one leader. Everybody's got to be a leader. Everybody's got to be a leader. Because we didn't have examples of leaders, and we know how to organize. But the thing is, they get to our leaders, charismatic leaders. They like that limelight, they like the showboat. And the devils get to them and undermine their leadership. It happens all the time. You know how to get to the roots of the people, because there's always going to be someone that don't like their leader, not satisfied with what they got, jealous or envy, or some leaders are incompetent or can't handle their posts. But the people, they just got to have someone leading them. But once you know your assignment, Elijah Muhammad gave us our assignment a long time ago. You know what you're supposed to do behind enemy lines. Here in Detroit, the brothers of the 60s ran the Caucasian out of Detroit. We got a Mayor Coleman Young. He was down for the people. We had 20 or 30 years of Detroit just for black people. But we got lazy, because when Hudson's and all the big companies started moving out the city, we didn't know what to do with ourselves. So we started turning on each other. We had all black school board, black police chief. Man, we supposed to be on top right now. But things just fell apart because we don't know how to lead. And so it's telling you that it's not meant to have one leader no more. We got to be like 24 scientists. We got to have a board, just like the mafia. The mafia had one leader, Lucky Luciano, whatever his name was. He was the one that organized everything. But we don't need a leadership like that. Not because it's a corrupt mafia. They had boards and everything. But we need a leadership like several leaders. But they are the ones to vote on whether or not to carry out an assignment or make a move in the neighborhood. You don't have no presidents. We're going to get rid of that president thing. We're going to use another terminology for leadership. And like over in Iran, they got a spiritual leader and they got a president. But the spiritual leader is the one that is the supreme ruler. We got to come up with a different kind of leadership where we work as one. These brothers, they don't know no other way. And so they just gonna, be in their little post, doing it like that, while the enemy advances and works his agenda. So We're going to talk about it some more on the other side. This is Black Light saying stay tuned. Peace and power.